This is my freaking third try with this video because people want to be loud in the background. But anyway, I was talking about education, self-education, and the fact that I feel we limit our children to school and work when that's obviously not the only option in life. And I feel like that's one of the most terrible options, especially when you have kids who are artistic, kids who want to go off and do things that are not normally done, or people would look at as like, why would you do that? I feel like we limit them to college and work. So my thing is, there's a lot of people who are very successful millionaires and billionaires who have never went to college, never finished college, or they never even finished their high school diploma, but they're millionaires and billionaires because they had this dream that they wanted, and besides following the school route, they was like, you know what, I'm going to do this early. They follow people who've done it before. They self-educated themselves on it. They've been interns and they had mentors, so on and so forth, towards whatever they wanted to do in life. Not only that, but like I've said, they've done things on their own. Like, say, an artist, they draw pictures, they go around selling them, they go around, connecting with other artists, doing work with those other artists, so on and so forth, trying to make a name for themselves, trying to, become this person that they wanted to become. And I feel like there's so many people on this earth who have goals and dreams that's like not the status quo. Like, get a job as soon as you got out of high school, you go to college, and then you get a job straight out of college, because the majority of the time when you even graduate, those jobs are not guaranteed unless you really like it's not what you know, it's who you know type of situation, where you have those connections and it's more easier for you to get something, but somebody else, they have to look and search deeper for a position and maybe even have to move from the location that they're at to get to that job. To me, that's terrible. But my thing is, if you have a plan and if you know what you want to do, then yeah, go to college. But if you don't, then do not waste your money going to college, especially when you do not know what you want to do. You're wasting a pretty penny. And I feel like especially if you're going to a 4-year, do not go. Make sure you know what you want to do before you do it, and then go to college. Because I feel like a lot of times people go, they switch majors, they spend mad money, then they go to school for all these some years, and then at the end of the day, a lot of people are doing something that they don't want to do just because the money looks nice. They rather live comfortable doing something that they don't want just because it's like, okay, I'm stable, so on and so forth. Then they have this another dream where they're like, I want to do this and this, but I can't because it's not even like in my league, and I feel like that's bad. I feel like we should be telling children to go for what they want, to follow their dreams, and to be consistent and persistent in it, because I feel like if you do those two things and you're determined and people see that, and you have this drive and just you have this attitude of, you block everything out, tunnel vision, you will definitely make it to where you are. You got to be uncomfortable to get comfortable in the situation that you are. You can't look at something and be like, oh, it's hard, so I'm not going to do it, or I'm not going to make it because I have to put all this effort into it. You should be able to, especially if it's something you really want to do. You shouldn't be afraid to go for it. That's what I'm saying. Follow your dreams, do what you want to do. Your passion is your calling. The gifts that God gave you, in my opinion, are your callings. He didn't give you the ability to do all these things for no reason. He gave you the ability to do all these things, to use them as gifts to the world, as, they're your instruments to the world, to, heal the world and help the world, give, so on and so forth, in a positive way, and speaking the truth and getting all those out, being real with people, so on and so forth. I just feel like, these jobs like retail and stuff, they're for people because a lot of people love those jobs. They love working, and that puts a smile on them face, that their face, that they're putting a smile on other people, the customers' faces, that they're happy with what they got, so on and so forth. No, I'm not knocking people with those jobs, but I'm saying, if you want to be a musician, if you want to be an artist, if you want to be a dancer, you want to own your own business, so on and so forth, go and do it. We need those people in the world who are not afraid to follow to lead in their own lane. We need those. We need more of those with their own lanes. And sorry, I have such a passion in this subject, but Like I said, follow what you want to do in life. Never be afraid to follow your dreams. Don't care. Who cares what others say? People are always going to talk about you regardless if it's good or bad. If you're following the status quo, if you're not, as long as it's making you happy and you're doing what you feel like you have to do, what you always wanted to do, go ahead and go for it. Because at the end of the day, you will cross that finish line if you stick to it. It may take longer than usual, but hey, that's life. Life is not easy. Life is not something that you just grab and you could just keep holding to. Life is something it's a challenge. It's not going to be fair all the time. You're not going to always get what you want. But at the end of the day, keep fighting and keep that tunnel vision towards your goal. You will definitely get there. If it's something that you really want, you are not going to really let anything get in your way of it. So, with saying that, peace. More to come. It's Queen.